Three things I learned by working with Brian Chesky of Airbnb. At Airbnb, I was the head of product and general manager leading hundreds of employees globally. During this time, I got a chance to work with Brian Chesky and learn a lot. The third thing I learned by working closely with him was hire executives who know how to execute. At Airbnb, Brian didn't want to hire executives who could tell you how to do things but couldn't do it themselves. They could tell you how to run the process of innovation, iteration, development, but they were no longer competent enough to actually make innovative products themselves. So how did we spot those executives? Well, they obsess over designing the process. They start to believe that the process is the product. They start to manage the process rather than designing and building the actual product. They forget that the customer doesn't care about the process. All they care for is that the product is delightful and solves the job that they have to get done. They can tell you all the anecdotes of how other companies build products, but they cannot actually roll up their sleeves and get into the details to make things happen. At Airbnb, we would interview executives to hone in and understand if they truly knew how to make things happen. We will ask questions and look for insights to assess do they have the chops for building and making things happen themselves. So if you're a startup founder, my advice to you is hire executives who know how to execute, who know how to create the content that is the product rather than just to create the process. Hire executives who know how to make things happen rather than those who can create the process for others to follow.